So in today's video, what we're gonna do is, if you look on the board behind me, guys, is I'm gonna talk about these 8 bullet points right here. And these bullet points represent those things that new investors truly, sincerely in their heart believe that they need to spend time, energy, money, and resources acquiring or setting up. But these are just a distraction. They wasted a bunch of time for me, a bunch of time for my friends, and all they do is stunt your growth, take money out of your pocket, and put it in a different area than it should be put and placed in when starting your business. So I'm gonna talk about where you need to put your money at the end of this video, but you need to understand these right here are distractions and they're not for a new investor. Let's dig in and talk about this and why. Asset protection structure. Oh man, this one's fairly common, right? They call into our office all the time, new investors, and they ask us, what type of setup should I have? And I don't know where they're getting these ideas, but I have a pretty good idea. I suspect they're coming from that traveling guru, right? They go to these seminars and all of a sudden they see the salesman on stage talking about how they need an S Corp wrapped around a C Corp, wrapped around a Series LLC, put in a land trust, and then put inside an IRA, and then another IRA, and then another land trust, and then more C Corps, and it's just insane. But what they do is they create paranoia. They're planting fear into you so that you're so terrified that you don't think you can do it without them. But, oh, by the way, sign here, it's $50,000, we'll teach you how to do it. In fact, if you give us another $5,000, we'll do it for you, right? Guys, you do not need all this crap. You need to focus on growing your business. We'll talk about at the end of this video where you need to put your time and money and focus on. But if anything, all you need is a basic LLC. You do not need all these bells and whistles until you're making so much money and have acquired so many assets that you'll know when you need to have it, right? So even if you're a wholesaler right now, I wouldn't even waste money on an LLC. I would wholesale a few houses, get your business growing, make your first 10, 15, 25 grand, whatever you're gonna do, get some money in your account, start moving forward before you waste time, energy, and money setting some of these asset protection structures up that are a complete distraction in my opinion. So be careful, guys, you don't need all those bells and whistles. Number 2, a CPA. This is kind of in the same type of thought process, right? People think they need a CPA right away to handle their books. Guys, you need a notepad and a pen. That's it. You need a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper. When you're starting your business, you don't need to hire a CPA. In fact, you should be on top of your numbers. You should have every single number, every single debit and credit tracked every single day. Stay up on your numbers. New investors, I know, are notorious for doing what I'm about to tell you. You're starting your business, you're not used to spending this type of money. So much money is going out of your account that it's so scary you don't even want to look at the actual number. So you put it back in the corner and pretend that it's not there, but it's there, guys. And eventually, when you finally look at it, you're in a much worse spot than you thought you were ever gonna be. So guys, stay on top of your numbers. It's very, very important to not lose control of these numbers. Once you start making enough money and you start doing enough deals and you start managing multiple projects and having different employees, then you can hire a CPA. Up until that point, guys, this is something you need to handle on your own. In the beginning parts of your business, you need to handle pretty much everything until you start making money. You don't want to waste money on things that are not going to help you make money. Later, when you have lots of money, then you use that to buy your time back because you're making lots of money, so you're trading money for time. In the beginning, when you have no money, you need to trade your time to get that money, if that makes sense. Call center, guys. The number one thing that I fought forever is letting someone else answer my seller line, my motivated seller calls. When you do a couple $50,000 deals, you don't want to let anybody answer that phone call. And I get so frustrated because there's other coaches and there's other people out there teaching, other gurus, other home study courses. Go get something like Pat Live or one of these other call services. I'm not saying that they don't work. I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying that if you potentially have a deal that's going to change your life, which one deal in this business will change your life. People do a $100,000 deal, sometimes on their very first deal. One deal gives you the go-ahead to run your business, gives you enough money in your account that you can experiment and test things, trial and error. You don't want to risk this with someone who's halfway around the world answering your phone call and sending you some flyer sheet, guys. If you're too busy to answer your phone, you need to free up some time. Because most of the time, you're not too busy, you're just making excuses and not finding the time to do this. You know, when I was at rock bottom working for minimum wage, I would literally go answer the phone call and call people literally in the bathrooms at the place I was working. How bad do you want it, right? You're gonna do what you have to do. But if you're letting your phone ring or go to some answering service, you're wasting money on this as well. Guys, this is a huge mistake and it's gonna slow your growth. You're gonna lose deals and they're gonna be called phantom losses. So phantom loss is a loss that you didn't even know you had. So if I stole 100 grand from you tomorrow, you're gonna freak out, right? You're gonna notice that. It's gonna hurt. It probably puts you into a deep spiraling depression. But if you miss a phone call tomorrow that you would have made $100,000 on, and they call me and I pick up the phone and I didn't miss it because I pick up my phone, or have someone now that I can pay to do so because it's later in my business, not in the beginning, you're gonna lose $100,000 one way or the other, except this way, you didn't know you missed it. It's a phantom loss, but it's still the same net loss to you. So pick up your phone. Don't be paying and wasting money on a call center. You need to do this on your own. CRMs. This is an information back office management system for the most part. People always call our office saying, which CRM do you use? What's the best CRM? We'll film a video talking about these, talking about, RealFlow, Podio, Infusionsoft, whatever. There's a lot of them out there. This is the biggest mistake I see, because some of these are $99 a month, $49, $69, $99 a month. That's a lot of money when someone's starting out the business on a limited budget. Most of you have less than $1,000 in your account when you're starting your business. So if you're wasting it all on a CRM that's supposed to help you manage lots of leads coming into your office, lots of buyer leads, lots of seller leads, lots of property leads, managing all your numbers for all the projects you're doing, you don't have all this information that you need to track right away. This is something that's supposed to be deferred to later when you have enough business coming in that's no longer, going to hurt you financially to basically purchase something like this. But in the beginning, once again, you need a pen and a piece of paper unless you're getting so many leads that you can't handle them on your own. Most of you are going to struggle generating 1 lead or 2 leads a week. You should handle these all on your own. You don't need to basically pay for a system that manages hundreds of leads at a time when you're bringing in just a few. So don't waste that money on stuff that you don't need to. Tax shelters. Man, until you're making money, why spend a bunch of time investing time when you have limited time, when you're starting a business, trying to figure out how to save money in taxes, right? If you're spending all this time educating yourself on where and how to save money with your taxes, yet you're not making any money, does this make sense? It's a ticking time bomb when you start your business or any business. You have X amount of days until you run out of money. So why waste a lot of that time studying something that's not going to help you until you're making money? Once you're making money, then this is very, very important. Then it could be the most important thing you do in your business. And yes, learning how to shelter your taxes is very, very important because it's a huge loss for most investors. But in the beginning, guys, focus on what's going to make you money, not on something that's just a distraction. Trusts, IRAs, etc. This falls along the same point, guys. Don't waste time on something like this that you don't need. Why do you need to learn about land trusts? Why do you need to learn about IRAs when you're a wholesaler? When you're starting your business, just trying to get it off the ground, flipping houses, wholesaling houses, why do you need to understand how to basically buy a house in an IRA? Or why do you need to understand how to take title in a land trust if you're just flipping the contract? You need to be focusing your time on specific knowledge. So if you're going to start out wholesaling, only wholesaling, one thing, laser focused, that's it. All these other strategies, subject to, owner financing, apartments, mobile homes, land, development, these are distractions. They're just going to be, a shiny object in the corner that's going to waste time, cost you money, and they're going to really hurt your chances of becoming successful. Either you're flipping houses or wholesaling houses or whatever you're doing, you should be laser focused on that and that only, right? Don't go off in the weeds. Let's kind of continue this right here, 100% knowledge. This is what I'm talking about by meaning 100% knowledge is you do not have to learn everything. This is very important what I'm about to tell you. Act first, react later. Most people feel like they have to become this professional, world-class learner, learn every single in and out, every single little thing there is about every single little thing in this business to be able to go forward and do their first deal. I know people that started the business years before me who are still going to every REI club, every expo, every event they can, and they still hardly done a deal. The people who jump out and just kind of go full blown right from the beginning, right? They jump out and just start making mistakes, learning from failure. These are the successful people. They act first and react to their mistakes. They don't sit there inside and read books 12 hours a day and watch videos, even though what you're doing right now is good. You're better off taking action, failing, learning what you did wrong, reacting to that, making adjustments, and moving forward. If all you do is try to learn every single thing on every single topic, you're going to become what's called a professional learner. You're going to basically procrastinate, and you're going to get, what's the saying, paralysis analysis. You're never going to do anything. You're never going to make money, because if you're scared to make a mistake, your biggest mistake is already being made, which is learning too much. Go out there, fail, learn from your failure, and move forward. The reason why somebody's more successful than you, if you come across them, is because they failed way more than you at that point in their life. The last thing, guys, let's go over this one, money, right? You don't need money to start this business. You need work ethic, ambition. You need to work hard, build momentum. You need to take action, go out there and fail. You don't need money. You can start out wholesaling. You can start doing a co-wholesaling strategy like the joint venture wholesaling strategy we talked about, that we have the home study course on, guys. You don't need to just go out there and raise a bunch of private money. If you build a buyer's list of 1,000 people who have $1 million on it, each buyer, which most of them can tap into $1 million, think about how much you have to fund your deals. You need to start out closing some wholesaling deals, build up your business from wholesaling, get enough money to get into a hard money loan, or build up enough credibility in your marketplace that people will loan private money on your flips, start flipping a few houses. Now, after a couple good years of income from big transactional deals like wholesaling and flipping houses, you can now become bank financeable. Now you can start working with the banks, and now you're making money, so you have a little bit of time to focus on other strategies in the business, how to buy houses with owner financing, how to take houses subject to. Then you can learn about land trusts and IRAs, then how to take title so people can't exploit your asset, how to basically, build your net worth inside of an IRA, a tax-free environment. Guys, it's a progression. In the beginning, focus on how to make money. So if all these things right here are wasting time and wasting energy and wasting money, what do you focus your time on when you start your business? Think about this real quick. The only thing you need to be focused on when you're starting your business is two things: marketing and lead generation. You need to learn how to do marketing so you can generate leads. We as investors are professional marketers, right? We're generating leads, buyer leads, seller leads, contractor leads, private money leads. We need to generate leads, and we need to understand marketing. Because if you don't know how to get your brand out there, you don't know how to get yourself out there, who's going to find you, who's going to work with you? So you have to be able to get in front of the seller. Then if you're wholesaling, you have to be able to find out how to generate leads for buyers so you can sell your houses. So it's marketing and lead generation, and that's it. You don't need all these bells and whistles. You don't need asset protection. You don't need CRMs. You need a pen and paper, a phone, internet connection, a printer, a scanner, and that's just about it. And some heart to go out there and pick up the phone every day and do what you gotta do to change your life, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you haven't already done so, there's a red button down there. I'd like for you to hit it. It says subscribe. Also, guys, hit that little yellow bell. That's a notification symbol. When you hit it, it's gonna notify you right when we put future videos out. It's gonna help you get those videos quicker, guys. I want you to win. I hope you're successful with your business, guys. We're heading to 2018. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make you successful. I'm gonna put out 2 videos a week over the next year. So if you have suggestions of videos that you wanna see, send them to us at Investor Army, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day.